welcome YouTube. Here I'm going to give a little review about the Univirsim and some of the features that it has in the game. Now, the first thing you might notice is that this game is a God game, and that I already have a pre-built city for this review, so you don't have to watch me start from the very beginning. I can give you a little overview. At the beginning, it basically you start with 2 people in this shitty little shack, and you have to build up from nothing into like a city as big as this. Now this might not look like much, but this took me about 4 hours to do, which brings me into my next section of this video. This game takes forever to get started. So what I mean by that is, like, for example, this research is 15 minutes long, and that's this for most researches. It's about 15 to 20 minutes long, so you have to wait until that research is done before you can research something else. And there's a big research tree, so imagine waiting like 15-20 minutes for each one of these researches to be done. Now not every single one, some are 10-5 minutes long, but still 10-5 minutes in real life time, well, 1.5 times faster than real life time. It's really just gonna be annoying. So this game is very slow and very much a watching simulator. So these down here are your nuggets, and I think they're pretty goddamn cute. Now these nuggets don't really socially interact with each other than getting married. That's the only time I ever see them interact with each other. Shit, I don't even see the goddamn parents of these nuggets interacting with their damn kids. So yeah, so that's how much they give a shit about their kids. They just pop them out and they keep trucking like fuck you. Alright, but anyway, so in this game you are a god. You created the universe and this is your world. Now this is an early access game. Later on into the development of this game, I believe they're trying to make aliens and otherworldly planet where your people can fly off this planet and go colonize the world, and you'll be leader of many worlds and such like that. But in the beginning, you're gonna have to make building researches and all that other bullshit to get your civilization off the ground. So as you can see, these are just some of the things you can build in the game, and it's very important to have water and food in the very beginning, because God forbid, well, you are God, so you forbid that you forget to have any food left over for the winter, which I don't. So my people are gonna probably starve this winter, but what, that just makes them stronger. But anyway, so moving on. So after you build up your civilization, it becomes a little something. There's new things that happen, like over here. Now this is not part of my city. This isn't my city. This is a Exiled Village. An Exiled Village is people who leave your civilization. These are actual people that used to live in your civilization, and they move to another part of the world and start their own colony because they're like, fuck you, we don't like you, you're a piece of shit, kill yourself. And I'm like, wow, ouch, ouch. Now you could blow them up to Kingdom Come, but I don't really want to do that. I like seeing the Exile villages, especially since I have no influence on how they build their shit. I like to see them build up and see what they do and how they work around and everything like that. So that's a pretty fun, interesting feature. They also commit raids if you deny some of their stuff and shit like that. So it's a pretty interesting mechanic in the game. What I'm gonna do right now, since I have God points, which are in the top left corner, crater points, and this is how many people believe in you, I'm going to change the season. Let's see, where the fuck is it? There it is. And I'm gonna go to spring. And now people are starting to believe in me because I just created a miracle, and no one wants to believe in me. Alright, should have let you bitches starve then. But anyway, now that it's spring again, they can go right back out to the fish piers and start making food all over again. Now I'm gonna have to probably put down some more fish piers so my people don't starve to death. So let me just Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. I'm also gonna have to put down farms and shit, more farms, so people don't starve. But this brings me over to my next topic. After a while in the game, you don't always have to micromanage everything. It becomes self-efficient. So, this is your town hall. And in your town hall, you have people working for you. So this person is called the governor. And, you know, in some buildings you have to assign people, like workers, to your buildings manually, which is really fucking annoying after a while. When you have so many different buildings that you have to assign workers to, you're like, fuck that shit. I don't feel like doing that no more. So you will have a governor who automatically assigns all those workers for you. Now, all these other things, Ministry of Education, Defense, Entertainment, Agriculture, Food, Water, all that other bullshit, our architecture, God, I can't read. These people automatically build the buildings for you. So this person builds all the education buildings, all the defensive buildings, all the water, all the food buildings. So you don't even need to play the game after a certain point, after you reach a certain line inside the research. So Ministry of Health, Agriculture, and all those things, engineering. After a while, after you get all these things, you don't even need to play the game anymore. It just plays itself because you don't even need to put buildings down. And that's really what you do. You put buildings down, and sometimes you use your God points. I'm not that much of an asshole. I don't really, attack my civilians, but, that's my sense of God. So if you wanted to play another way in God, you could just kill Tom over here with a fucking lightning bolt. For why? No one knows. You just felt like it. But, there's also little events that happen. Sometimes they'll ask you to do something like a quest, or, wolves will attack and shit like that. Different little radiant quests that will sometimes pop up, to bring a little bit more interest into the game. So, after saying all this is pretty much all the gameplay. That's all you can do in this game. This is everything. You can build, you can do god powers, you can resolve problems that come up, and you make sure your fucking civilization gets fed. That's it. That's the game. It's very much a watching simulator. It's very much like, oh, here you go. Watch your civilization grow. Watch your civilization start from nothing and become something. This is the game. It's very pretty, as you can tell. Very pretty game, very smooth. But the big downside is that there's just not that much to do. I mean, yes, it's nice to look at, nice to watch, but for the price that they're asking, this much money is just not, it's not worth it, in my opinion, to just watch the AI, just grow and expand. Maybe $10. I don't know how much it is right now, but when I got it, I think it was like $20, $30. I don't think it's worth it just to watch all this, but it is an early access, don't get me wrong. I mean, they're gonna obviously add a lot more stuff into the game, so you don't feel like, oh, you're doing it just watching. They're gonna add like different alien races and different planets and all that shit, modernization. I think that's already here actually, but I haven't reached that point yet because the research, like I said in the beginning, takes so goddamn long to do. It's insane. But that's another one of drawbacks. Research, sitting around doing nothing for most of the game. It took me honestly like about 4 hours to get this far into the game. So you can't do a quick session. You can't just automatically go boom, I'm done, alright, moving on. No, you gotta sit down and play this game for a minute, or just leave your computer on. But then again, if you leave your computer on, your civilization is probably gonna die because they're gonna overpopulate, lose all the food, and all die. Unless you have all this shit, then you can leave your game going. They might even take up the whole world, and the world's pretty fucking big, and there's a lot of things to see, a lot of things to do. And as you can see, you could all this is playable area, and when they add the new update and everything, the whole galaxy is just going to be a playable area. So this is a pretty ambitious game. But if you're wondering what type of rating I would give it out of 10, I would give it a 7. A solid 7 out of 10, because the game's not bad. It's just lacking features. It's lacking content. It's an early access game. There's not a lot of things you can do, but there's a lot of cool things that you will want to do when the full game does come out. So, do I recommend the game? I recommend the game if you're the type of person who has the time to actually enjoy the game. It's very pretty, it's very wonderful to look at, but it's not the type of game that you just run in shooting and gunning. This isn't like your Banished type of game where you have to micromanage everything and really get down to the fine details. No, this isn't really like that type of game. You're not really going to be doing too much. After a while, once you set up your civilization, they can be run automatically perfectly. So I don't think this game is for everybody, but if you like these types of god games, then absolutely 100% you should get this game. And the developers are very active creating new updates for this game every month, so you don't even need to worry about inactivities. They're very good with updating the game, so give it a shot if you want to. If you don't, then whatever. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you didn't enjoy, if you could leave a comment down below explaining, giving me feedback. I'm just trying to hit my first 100 subs. If you really did enjoy the video, on the other hand, and you want to subscribe, I really appreciate that, and that would be really, really wonderful. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.